Welcome into the sewing room. We're up here again. We're going to try not to sweat away and roast and keel over from the heat because it's hot. It was a little cooler yesterday because we had some rain, which was desperately needed. And the cooler weather, it's been in the mid 90s for days, and that's hot. Poor little Coco's she wants to go outside and play, and it's just too hot. It's just too hot. She can't do it. So, and even the mister says it's too hot to be outside when it's this hot. So, we've been in, or doing other things, rather, let's just say. I've been working on some organizational tools for our Alice's Wonderland quilt. Somebody posted in the comments, how are we going to keep it all organized? No worries. I'm working on it. Maybe this coming week, y'all will get a video on what you can do, how I'm doing mine, and possibly a file in the Etsy store that you can buy that I've already worked on and worked out, and you don't have to. And I've been working on that for about 3 days, literally all day and all night for like 3 days. So I've not been up here sewing. So today I'm taking a break from that. I'll work on it a little more tonight. But we needed some videos. We don't have any. So we're going to make us a video. This is something that I planned to do a while back. I just haven't gotten it done. And so I decided, let's just make it. All right. I've got this. It's just like a little romper. It's just a romper. I ordered it off of Shein, I think, for like $6. Dirt cheap. But it is very thin. I can almost see through it. It's very thin. And I think it needs to be a little bit heavier. And so I devised a plan. In my little brain, y'all know plans go in and out, and they're always swirling. And I've changed it a couple of times. First off, I was going to just cover the whole thing and quilt it like we did our overalls. I thought that will be super duper cute. Put our pockets back on. I did rip the pockets off. Put our pockets back on the outside fabric. And then just wear the shorts. And then I thought, why not just leave the shorts intact? Just add like a cover over it for a dress. And that would be cute. You'd have the shorts underneath, the dress over the top, or the tunic. Cute. Well, now I've come up with another idea. And all three of these are good ideas. So this one is kind of, we're going to do the tunic thing, okay? Make it like a little dress with shorts. But instead of sewing up the side seams all the way up, I'm going to leave slits in the side. So you'll be able to see the shorts through the side. Won't that be cute? It'll be super duper cute that way. Super duper cute. All right, so we're going to fold it in half to start with, okay? Just halvesies. This even has a zipper in it that I didn't even know how to zipper, but kind of is what it is, I guess. But I'm not going to use the zipper. And this top up here, do you see how this does? It just pulls down and knots through a buttonhole, through a big buttonhole. Just pulls down and knots through there. So it just gives me plenty up there to turn under and gives me the rest for my this will be one of those, what I call in the summertime, a throw and go outfit. And we all love throw and go, don't we? Now this up here at the top, I will cut again when I lay it out flat. Right now, I just want my basic shape. I just keep turning this around. I know. Got to get it to where I can cut it. Still not where I want it to be, but I'm going to stand up and I'm going to give me a wide area here because we'll have to pull this in. Okay. And down through here, you see how much I'm adding because we're going to have to turn that in. Probably double. All right, there's our basic rough shape that our little dress is going to be. Now this up here, I'm going to cut in two. Y'all, I love these scissors. Here's what they are. I ordered these. Love them. These are the best scissors I have ever had. They are. They are razor sharp. Cuts like butter. All right, now then, let's pull our pins out. We got to cut it again just a little bit. One will be the front, one will be the back. Okay. So, doesn't matter which is which because basically they are exactly the same. Now then, the top is what we need to cut right now. Okay. And I'm going to fold it back because that way I'll get it even. And I'm going to only cut this front piece. Okay. Right here. The front. This way we are cutting the neckline right here. Can y'all see? We're going to cut this neckline right here, up here, and then cut it back down in here. Okay? So this right here is what we're cutting. We're cutting this neckline out right here. Boom. And we might cut just a little bit more of this out. I have no pattern for this. This is just a make up as you go kind of thing. Okay, that's going to be our front. Now then, this right here will be our back. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with the back. And it's just straight across. But here we're going to go with this, just straight. As you can see, I'm going to need to cut in some of this right here. All right, now then, this is our back. Now then, let's think about how we're going to put this together because I got to think about this. Got to get me a drink and think about this. All right, so to start with, we're going to open this up just like this. We have no shoulder seams because this right here is our shoulders. And we're going to continue to use that. Okay. This is our back right here. Now then, we can, let me think about this. We're going to have to turn this in like this and stitch it right across here, just like so. This is our center, so we want to match our centers, okay? And I'm going to pull it down to where this seam is right there, just to give that little extra of the original fabric to show through. Okay, just like that. And I probably should have measured that. But y'all know I just kind of make things up as I go along. That's the way I do. And then I think about what I should have done afterward. Okay, so we've got quite a bit extra on the sides here that we don't need, because it needs to come in even here, and then it can flow out more down in here. All right, so let's just pin it. Let's get everything pinned kind of like we want it to be. And this can either turn in like that and turn in like this, which I think is maybe what I'll do because it'll be easier. So we're just going to turn it and turn it. And this is where I use pins, you all, because like I said, y'all, I'm just kind of pinning, okay? Just to kind of see what we've got to work with here, okay? All right, now do you see how much extra fabric I have here? Which is quite a bit, quite a bit. Let's find the center seam here. See right here, I have quite a bit of extra fabric between here and here. See that? There's quite a bit extra. So I will end up having to cut some of this off and put this seam, will be a diagonal seam, because I want it to be a little, I need to turn this in down here. Does that make sense? Because I want to make a wide casing down here on the bottom part, you see? Or just do the whole wide casing thing and then make my seam. All right, we'll think about that. All right, let's try to pin the front a little bit here and see what we've got going on with it. There again, we're going to find our center and our center right here. And we'll turn it under just a little bit. Now we will have to put another buttonhole in this. Or you might could just cut that and pull it to the back and stitch it. I don't know. There's lots of things you could do once you think about it. Okay, that needs to turn down like that right there. We'll deal with that buttonhole at a later time. Okay, let's do this one on this side. Okay, now then, this will come down this side right here. Can get a nice finished edge here. Got to make sure we're going down the center here. So let's put us a pin right here. Right there where the center is. And that way we know we're not twisting our fabric, because then it would look awful. So we got to get it straight down the middle. Okay. All right, now you can see how much we have extra here on this side right here. Quite a bit. Do you see that? Several inches. So for this, I'm going to come in here first before I start doing anything else. And I'm going to fold this back and fold it back. Okay? And I'm going to pin it. I'm going to do all this and get it all pinned and look at it and see if it all hangs right and everything before okay, now then, let's see, what have I got here? That's still bigger. So I may need to cut some of that out. And so probably what I'll do is sew it around the top. Okay, we'll sew the front and the back right around the top here. Okay, that way it's in place, it's held in place. Then I can turn it and stitch it. Okay, does that make sense? Because then I can turn this and this together like so. And I can start stitching down through here and stitch as far down as I want it to be. Okay, leaving all this extra fabric. Then we will turn it under and to make our slits. All right. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to take all this apart, press it all good, and stitch just around the neck of the front and the back. Okay. Turning it under, repinning it. I'm going to stitch right around the neck. Just up this way and around this way. Okay. Front and back. Okay, I've had to take the mics off because I don't know. I'm really not sure why they're not staying, the receiver part's not staying charged very well. Maybe I'm not even using them right. I've got to find the book with them. I don't know where the book is. But we're going back to no mic, and hopefully we'll be in good shape because there's nobody up here but me. All right, handy dandy little chalk marker. Love this little thing. And we have got it all laid out here nice and flat. And we are going to mark this right here. Okay. On both sides, right at the edge of this. Okay. That is where our seam is going to start right here. Same thing on this side. Guess I need to pick it up and shake it down flat again. Like I said, I've got a lot of excess here, but as I've said before, extra is better than not enough, because if you don't have enough, this right here is where our seam needs to be. Right here. Right there, we can see that very well. I hope you all can see it. Right here. A nice red mark right there. And a nice red mark right here. Now then, we're going to turn this right like this to flip these pretty sides together. Finding our red marks, and that should come out about even, and it does, which is perfect. Perfect, perfect. We're going to pin this or clip it, whatever your little heart desires. Okay. Same thing on this side. And I probably should have cut this with my pinking shears, but I didn't. Got plenty of fabric there to make a French seam if I decide to do that. Okay, right here is this mark. And this comes out even. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. And we're not going to sew all the way down on this, okay? But what we are going to do is make us a line down through here. That'll kind of come in at an angle. And we'll start with the 1 inch and go down about 12 inches. And bring it over to the corner. Right like that. Y'all, this may not be the right, but, and then this will come in. All right, let me think. I'll be back. I gotta do some things. Okay, I thought things through just a minute. I measured from here to here, right here. That's 3 inches, which is perfect. That's the amount that we need to fold it in and in down here for our side slits that we're putting in it, okay? So, we're going to sew straight down through there. I've measured over 3 inches. I'm going to sew down 12 inches. That's just for my jumpsuit. You can do whatever your measurements are, okay? So for this one, let's turn this way so I can see my lines. We're going to mark it the same way. And this is it's about 3.5 inches. Well, no, about 3 inches. All right. And we're going to come straight down through there, 3 inches. And we're going to come to right there at the 12-inch mark. Okay? Down 12 and over 3. That's just how much extra fabric I cut into mine. Okay? So, now then, I'm going to stitch this down right through here. Both sides, we're going to do our side seams, okay? Okay, now I got those sewn. Let's see if they're the right size. And that means that when you do this right here, all that fits. And it does, yay! All right, now then, we're going to open this up. And we're going to turn it back just like this on both sides. Turn it in and in, okay? To where this seam will lay open, okay? Just like that. All the way down, okay? This right here will also be turned in all the way down. We're going to press this good, right like that. Ouch. The same on this side, okay? See, here's our side slit that we left in it, right here. And then we'll finish up this around here, okay? Same thing on the other side. Let's see if we've got the right amount of fabric. And we do. Do you see how that just fits right there? That's right there. It all just fits. See? Lays flat. Same thing over here. We're going to press it good, turn this under, and turn it back. Okay? Just like that. I even went and got the big ironing board out for this, y'all, because it needs to lay flat like this to get these seams right. And this is an important step for it to get it all to hang right. So, here you go. I'm pressing this seam open, the one that we just put in it. I'm pressing it open, just like this, okay? All the way down. All right, see that? Now then we're going to turn this back on both sides so that we have a nice finished edge. We have a nice wide edge down here where our slit is. Okay? Okie doke. Now then, I'm going to stitch both of these. both sides, down all the way down on both of them, okay? I'll just bring y'all over here with me because y'all have not got to see me sew today, have you? Let's see if we can get in here behind this big Mac Daddy Herman board. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. What's the best way to do this? All that up like that, and let's see if we can stitch this. I'm gonna start at the bottom and come up. I think that'll be the easiest way. All right, I'm running into the ironing board, y'all. Gotta get it out of the way because I gotta get over here and get straight in front of the machine, because you have to have proper posture when you're sewing, and then your back and your neck won't hurt as much. That's just your little tidbit for the day. I got my pins backwards, so it'll take me a minute to do this because I have to pull them out backwards. As I sew. Make sure you don't catch anything that you don't want caught, because then you have to rip it out. And that just takes extra time. And, you know, we don't want to have to do that. Now then, I'm going to see if I can turn it, come back down the other side. Maybe I can. That way these pins are where they're supposed to be. Y'all, I love doing stuff like this and taking a garment that I've bought and then doing something with it and making it a one-of-a-kind original. That's, you know, no pattern required, just some thought and a little bit of garment construction knowledge, and easy peasy. And I've got a pattern I want to do with y'all real soon. I've got to get the fabric to do it with because I'm not real sure what I want to make it out of. Pajama pants are coming. I know some of y'all are waiting on the pajama pants. They're coming. As a matter of fact, that might be tomorrow's project because it's getting hot and I do like to sleep in long pants, and I've got some gauzy fabric that I want to make my summer pajama pants out of. And so, alright, there's one side. Let's get the other side. There again, you don't want to sew anything that you don't want in your seam. So you got to get it all back out of the way. Y'all are in the way, I guess, huh? Alright, y'all get over here now. And it's getting hot up here. I may have to start sewing up here late at night after dark, after it cools off some. So I won't be so hot. side now. We can get it done. And then we've got just 2 more steps, and this will be ready to layer. Got to hem it. And finish our underarms. We're going to finish our underarms next. That won't take but just a minute or 2. And then we have to hem it, and that won't take but just another minute or 2. Alright, now there's our side seams. Ready to be finished off around our arms. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is going to be so cute with these slits in it. Oh, I'm glad I decided to put a slit in it. Alright, now this we're going to turn under and under, just like we did around the top edge, just like this, where we brought it together. We just got to make it all come together, even around here, and turn it under, press it, and stitch it, okay? I'm going to put it back on the big ironing board. Oh, if I don't turn over the iron. Alright, now we're going to press it to hem it, and we can put our pockets back on if we want to. And I'm trying to decide if we want to. The pockets go about right here, but you can find that by flipping this up and seeing right here where the pocket was. See right here? You can lay your pocket right here. And here are our pockets. But you know what? I don't think I want to put those pockets back on. At least not right now. I might in the future. So, you know. But for right now, I think I'm going to leave the pockets off. We could have put pockets in the side. We might do that on our next one. We might. Alright, now then. I'm going to trim this off so it's good and straight across here. Put that over there in the scraps. I'm going to turn it up about 1 inch. And I'm going to press it. I'm going to get this handy dandy seam gauge right here. And that's about 1 inch. For some reason this will not lock. It's not. I'm not a fan of this particular one because it doesn't hold real well. Y'all, I've sewn like this for so many years that I kind of know what 1 inch and what 2 inches and 3. I just kind of know my inches. Now, if you ask me feet, like if we're out looking at a house or something, and it's so many feet, or the lot's so many feet, well, I couldn't tell you that. I wouldn't have any idea. Now we're going to go up about 2 or 3 inches. I want it to come in just right there. So let's see what that is, about 3. That is right there, about 3 inches. And we're going to pin it. If you put a big wide hem in something, it gives it stability and makes it hang pretty, in case you're ever wanting to know that. That's the reason. I like to put a wide hem in a dress. If it's made out of a thinner, lighter weight fabric. Now if it's made out of a heavy fabric like a corduroy or a denim or something, you don't need quite as large a hem. If you're making drapes and stuff, you know they've got drape weights that you put in the bottom of them, which are basically washers. But we don't want to put washers in the bottom of our dress. So we just make it a little larger hem. See, that comes down about like that. Perfect. All right, let's do the front, same amount, okay? And then we'll hem it up. We've got to make some buttonholes, and that's something I've never done with this machine I've got. So I'll turn y'all off, and I'll make a few practice ones before I make the ones in this, okay? Because I've never done that. Go back to our 1 inch. Now we'll measure it, make sure it's 1, and it is. Now if you're making garments, you can't beat a big ironing board. You just can't. I love my big ironing board. Now let's turn it up 3 inches here, see what we got going on. Right there's 3. My guess is right here is 3. Oh, y'all, it's getting hot. The sun's beaming down outside and it's getting hot up here. I want to get this little video finished. All right, I'm going to straight stitch this 1/4 inch in from this outer edge right here. 1/4 inch in right here from this edge. And then I'll make us a couple practice buttonholes and then I'll show y'all how to finish it up. All right, I had to let y'all cool off a minute. Now then, you can see the back of our buttonhole right here. See where it is? So what we're going to do is we're going to make our new buttonhole right on top of it. Okay? And I have worked with this buttonhole maker. And it's easy peasy to do. You just have to put this in there. This, let's see. Come wear it, you got to watch the next video. Alright? Y'all got to watch the next video or the next one or something if you want to see me wear it, because I'm not going to try it on right now because it's just... I'm going to see if I can get us a thumbnail though. Look at that. Isn't that just the cutest? I love this print too. It's a... I can't ever say it right. K-Facet, maybe. K-A-F-F-E, F-A-S-S-E-T. That's how you pronounce, that's how it's spelled. Love all these prints. They're big, white, bright, wild prints, which is just down my alley. But this one, just when I was in the quilt shop, this fabric just spoke to me and said, I'm going home with you and we're going to make a dress. That's what it said. I'm going home with you to make a dress. So it did, and we did, and it's happy, and I'm happy, and we're all happy, and there you go. There's our little dress that we shall wear with our little side slits. I did slit it up a little higher because, you know, I could. And the way I stitched it, all I had to do was just rip that seam out just a little bit to make it come up. So, you all remember, sit back down so you can see me better. Share my videos because other people want to see them. Every time one gets shared somewhere different, I can tell because I get a lot more views and a lot of new subscribers, and I've gotten a lot of new subscribers. So, you all share. Pinterest is a great place to put them because people can go back and watch them, and they can pin them to their boards and watch them when they need to, want to, whatever. And give me a big thumbs up if you enjoy my videos so other people will know that, hey, this is a good video and she's fun to watch, and YouTube picks it up a little bit better. And I thank you all for watching and supporting my little channel, and it is a small channel. It's not a real big channel. There are channels out there with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and a lot of them are sponsored by fabric shops or fabric companies and things like that, and they've got the money behind them that I don't. I just sit up here in my attic and sew with you all, and we make things that are fun, and sometimes they're pretty and sometimes they're not, and sometimes we rip things out, and that's just the way it is, because that's real life, you all, and I'm about as down to earth as you're ever going to find anybody. I just tell it like it is and show it like it is. So you all remember all of those things, and I will see you all in the next one when I can wear this, okay?